There's 3 crocodiles.
These cannot be poisonous.
Oh, these are cute.
The monkey spitting at the people.
We are Jonty and Millie, and along with our kids, we look for the amazing wonders of our world, living in Singapore and exploring beyond. Welcome to Wonderlust.
Hello everybody, we are at Singapore Zoo, and before you say anything and switch off and say, oh, Singapore Zoo again, or oh, Singapore Zoo, the reason why we're here is because we keep hearing people saying that Singapore Zoo is boring, that there's nothing to see, or that they haven't been since they're a kid. And so we thought, seeing as we haven't really done a proper video here, we're going to do one for you today. So let's go, let's see what's amazing about this zoo, let's see why it's one of the best in the world, and enjoy our day.
The Arrival Plaza is looking very different here. We do have membership, so we come back quite frequently. The new bird paradise is open, which is amazing. You can check out our vlog on that. We had an amazing time, it's incredible. The entrance plaza here has been changing again. So as we come up, it's different. They're adding more things. I cannot wait until this entire area is finished. They've got these huge inflatable animals at the moment for the Zubilee 50 years of the zoo, which is exciting. So there's always new little things adding on, which is why we feel it's so important to keep coming back here.
There's 3 crocodiles, 2 underneath us and 1 over there.
What an amazing introduction to the zoo. You walk in onto this boardwalk or bridge, and the moment you get here you can look down and see some enormous crocodiles, and it is such a brilliant start to this zoo. It's one of the best things. I just love arriving here. It makes me feel like I'm in for a great day.
The last time we came, this little bit had a section blocked off. So another great reason why we love coming back is that this bit has got like a little hammock in it that the kids are sitting in. There's some other little water bits to kind of sit and chill out, a little bit shaded, which is nice. The otters were all out, as you could see, busy. A few times we've come before and they've been asleep or not out. So depending on what time of day you come as well, some of the animals are a bit more active, but we're only in the beginning of it. We haven't even kind of gone to the main bit of the zoo yet, and already having loads of fun exploring everything that's here.
This is Pancake. The people think it's real. Come on, Pancake, let's go.
I'm not a massive fan of animals in cages, and so it does feel a little bit like being a hypocrite walking around the zoo and talking about how great it is. However, coming around here you get to see the amazing conservation that Singapore Zoo does. Behind me is actually what used to be an exhibit of a polar bear, the only polar bear to be born in captivity, and actually Anuka the polar bear lived longer than any polar bear would have done in the wild. Not to say that they should be in captivity, but just to talk about the level of care that Anuka had here at Singapore Zoo. And while they haven't kept polar bears here, they've created a different area for education purposes. Education purposes is one of the huge reasons why I love the zoo, and what it teaches us about the animals here, about the animals around the world, and how to look after them the best. So come down, check it out. There's such a beautiful tribute wall to Ameng, who was a Sumatran orangutan who was rescued. I think she was only 11 years old when she was rescued and was brought to the zoo here, and very quickly became a household name across Singapore. I think my mum even has a picture somewhere of her holding or cuddling or being near Ameng. And now since Ameng has passed away, there is the restaurant that's named after her.
The monkey spitting at the people. but not us.
On a previous trip, we were told that the monkeys like to hang here and they can be quite cheeky. They'll get branches and throw things down at the people below. Like as I said, this one's like spitting at the people below and being a little bit naughty, but they are really lovely to see.
One of the things this zoo is famous for is for not having cages, and they vary from having psychological barriers, which are basically like ditches essentially that lions won't cross, or here in this situation where we've got orangutans who are swinging in the trees above us. Very, very entertaining. This one behind me is actually breaking the law because he's spitting at people, which is something that you're not allowed to do obviously here. I mean, it's polite anyway, but it's against the law here too, so yeah, brilliant. We're going to go check out Charlie, who is one of Aspen's favourite animals here at the zoo.
Two there. Yeah. One's holding on, which is Charlie, and one's doing stick. Charlie's not here, so we're going to come back later.
We are now on our way to check out a show. The Rainforest Fights Back, I think is the name of the show, in one of the amphitheatres here, and we're very much looking forward to check it out. It's really nice that it is so quiet today. It's actually a midweek day and all the schools in Singapore, the local schools, are in term essentially. So we've got a lot of the park to ourselves, and this amphitheatre is very, very quiet with just a couple of school groups. But we are sitting on the front row.
We are, yeah, there's 3 shows during the day with slightly different themes, which is great. So there's an app that you can download actually, and you can just check all the times of the shows, which makes it really easy if you want to plan your day. If you haven't been here before and you're in Singapore for like a one-time holiday, do make sure that you catch the shows because they're definitely worth viewing. And every time we've come to the zoo we try and catch one of the shows, and we've seen this one before, but today was still different. Different animals, and today they were showing you some of the ways that they actually train the animals, which was really cool, which always amazed me how you can train a badger. But yeah, pretty fun.
I think I was mentioning it earlier about the conservation that you get in zoos, and I think one of the most amazing things here is how shows like this totally educate you about how to look after the animals, how to behave in the wild around the country, and how to look after all the nature and the wild that we've been given as humankind. And I think to be able to instill responsibility into the younger generation, but not just the younger generation, everybody, in a show like this is just brilliant.
Yeah, we are going to go and get some food before the big lunch rush, so we're going to head back to the Armeng restaurant. We're again only in a tiny section of the park already, but it's been really enjoyable so far, so I hope you're enjoying it so far. If you have been to the zoo, let us know your favourite parts too.
It's a great system really. We've lined up and chosen what our meals are, we've ordered our food, and then we get given these tickets where we get to queue up at these different stalls and go and pick up our meals, go and sit down and eat. So the traffic is moving really, really well. I remember back in the day this place used to be absolute chaos, but they've sorted it out and it's brilliant.
Quite a large portion.
So they about tripled it.
That's lunch done and dusted. Oh my goodness, we totally underestimated the size of the portion.
Yeah, there's actually a few restaurants back out near the entrance as well if you wanted to walk back out there, which is not really that far, but we just went here because we just happened to be nearby, so we thought we'll hop in. But yeah, there's a KFC and stuff as well.
Well, we're going to have a quick pit stop to the washrooms, and then we're going to be heading on to check out more of what the zoo has to offer.
Oh, and fill up water bottles, because the drinks here, you could easily add up more money, but if you're trying to save a little bit of money, bring some water bottles.
Well done.
We are waiting in line to get a tram, which kind of does a big loop of the park, which is good. You can see lots of the animals on it, so we tend to do a big loop on it to kind of see everything and then hop off and see the things we really want to see. Milo's asked about 1,000,000 times if we can go to the reptiles. It's one of their favourite bits, which we are going to head to. But there's so much to see, so we're going to go and do that once we've had our time on the tram.
We're on the tram now, which is great, and it goes around the whole park, so we get to experience the whole thing from a chair, which is really, really nice to start with, and then a little bit later we'll hop off and explore a different area of the zoo. That tram ride was brilliant. For me, I had about 4 hours sleep last night because I was up editing one of our videos that you would have already seen. We've hopped off now at stop number 4. You probably can see some construction work happening behind me. It's pretty amazing. There's going to be a brand new and very exciting kids world that's going to be happening over there, and it's due to be opened before the end of the year, so that's very, very soon, 2023, if you're watching this in the future. If you're in 24 already, it's not the end of this year, it's already open. Yeah, so definitely come down and check it out. They had a little announcement saying how Kidstopia is actually brilliant for adults as well, so I can't wait personally. We're off, let's go look for some more animals.
2 milk frogs. You see it? The other one I can't find.
This is a great little air-conditioned section to have a bit of respite from the heat. But in it there are a load of different habitats for frogs and various other different amphibians, and the habitats are beautiful. One of them's got like a little waterfall in it, it's got root systems and things like that. It just looks beautiful and mimics the nature for these frogs really well, and I think it's just great to be able to show children and us what the natural habitat is like, and teaching us a little bit more about these animals. I love it.
Did you see the other one? I can't find it.
We moved to the side of it.
Oh, it's there.
Yep, it's there.
Out of that little amphibian section, we have entered the butterfly garden, where there are butterflies everywhere, and they are absolutely beautiful. Milo is currently standing like a tree, hoping to get one to land on him.
It's going to take a long time.
It's quite amazing to be able to see the butterflies feeding using their proboscis, which is like their straw essentially, which is their mouth, and just nibbling away at the pineapple and enjoying it there. It's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever really paid attention to butterflies doing that before. They are gorgeous and so many different bold colours here, but the butterfly part here isn't huge, so we've done this bit and we're going to go and check out some more in another section.
And then it turned away.
What I love about these huge, I guess it's still an aviary, but there's other animals in here as well that you've really got to look for them, which kind of makes it feel like they're more in their natural habitat and you're just kind of visiting them, which is really, really nice that you can see them all. You can hear them, they're noisy in here, there's parrots. There's also bats in here, which are not my favourite things, they freak me out. And Aspen's got this toy snake she's been carrying around, and a few people have definitely thought it was real. I've done a double check, or moved away, which is quite interesting to watch.
I think I know which section we're in. I think we're in the section where a few years ago, when Millie first came here, there were some bats and you were getting freaked out by it. And then I waved at your ear or around your neck, and then you screamed and freaked out.
Yeah, you and your sister were both doing it to me. Yeah,
I think
not a fan of bats, as I said.
But I think we're in that section.
Also the section that Aspen doesn't like with those crown pigeons.
Oh yeah.
She's not a fan of them.
Okay, here we go.
Let's walk past slowly. There we go.
These are the stairs where she was when I took her to make her think there was a bat coming to get her. You guys should have been there, it was hilarious. Let's see what we've got up here. I can see some squirrels. There used to be some fruit bats up here, and hopefully we'll be able to see those too and show them to you. But I just realised that beyond the animals and the displays here, if you look outside of the aviary that we're in, you can see the Mandai Lake, and it is beautiful.
Milo is right in front of you.
Oh, he's got a tomato up there.
Oh, it's you.
Ah.
Run away with your tomato.
For one of our friends, Victoria, you think that the animals are always asleep and hiding. Check this video out. It's ridiculous. They're everywhere and they're active, they're moving around. What an amazing place to be. Honestly, we started this video by saying too many people complain about our zoo or say that it's boring. Really? Leave comments below, let us know what you think.
I came for a school trip here and I managed to get inside there and I touched that stick bug over there. Yep, I slept in a tent. I did everything. I saw all the animals. There's even an American hissing cockroach in there. In the nighttime also, we could hear the lion roaring, like loud. I didn't get much sleep.
The scorpion to eat you. One at the back.
Oh, there's 3. 1, 2.
These habitats next to me were brand new last time we came, a few months ago. But it's so good, we said it at the beginning, how everything's constantly being updated, there's always new things to see. I don't remember this from last time, Millie remembers it, but I love that you can just stand there and just wait. And then all of a sudden a frog will move and you'll be able to see these beautiful, brightly coloured frogs or lizards in there. What an amazing little habitat, and loads of things for us to read about these poisonous frogs. In the habitat behind me is a king cobra which is all curled up and fast asleep. However, we have seen a king cobra in the wild in Singapore at the Sungai Buloh Wetlands Reserve. It was just crossing the path, about 3 meters long. Quite an amazing experience. If you've never been to Sungai Buloh, somewhere you definitely need to check out. Very unimpressed with you.
It's coming close now.
We've just come out of the Reptopia bit. We spent a really good length of time in there reading everything. Now the kids are getting a bit older, they're interested in reading everything as well, so we don't just kind of zip past looking at everything like we used to. So we're kind of enjoying it at another level now that these guys are getting older. This section has been one that they've always loved. They've always wanted to come back to the reptiles, which is really interesting. No idea why, particularly why they love those so much, but the reptile area is always the first thing that they want to go and see. But it's right at the other end of the park. So we've got some other kind of bigger reptiles to see now, and then we're going to head over to Africa.
I always find these giant tortoises just amazing. If it was legal to own a tortoise in Singapore, maybe I'd probably end up having one, because I just find them incredible. They look so cumbersome, yet they're so majestic at the same time. And yeah, I love it. We've been here a few times before where they've been fed, and it's amazing to see them just munch down on some veggies, which is pretty cool.
We've come back and we're gonna go see if Charlie's there. Charlie's there. Put it through surface, pretend that's the glass. Now swim. Now swim. Now do it.
There is a baby rhino here in Africa. Africa, which is super cute. We did bring the kids to feed the rhinos once as a bit of surprise. Both of them were a little bit intimidated feeding the rhinos because they open their mouth. They don't really have teeth, but they're really slobbery. So I decided that I would give a go, and this thing just like slobbered all over my hand, which was quite gross, but it was quite an experience having the opportunity to feed them. I said there are different feeding opportunities around. We fed the giraffes here, which was really, really fun. We did it once when Milo was really little, and then Aspen got to feed them as well.
The breeding programs here at Singapore Zoo are absolutely incredible. In the last few years we've had a baby rhino, a baby giraffe, a baby hippopotamus, and most recently the baby giant panda, which lives over at River Wonders, another park that's attached to the zoo, or here at Mandai anyway, part of the whole complex. And you can get free entry into there with your membership. It covers the River Wonders, here at the zoo, the night safari, and the brand new Bird Paradise. If you have not checked out Bird Paradise yet, you need to check out our video. We were there on one of the opening weeks and it was absolutely stunning. Yeah, it well worth a watch. Oh, these are cute. Where's he gone? Those meerkats are way cuter in real life than they are in, like, say, I was about to say nature shows, but let's be honest, I'm talking about the Lion King. But they're cute, and I was so happy to see them running around, having a good time, on the alert, which was great. So we're still in Africa. I'm really looking forward to seeing some lions, and there's some giraffes here too. This lion exhibit behind me is absolutely enormous, and there's a small pride of lions just sitting out in the sun. Just now we went past on the tram, one of the lionesses was up on her feet and they just look so majestic. I'm actually allergic to cats, I'm not much of a cat guy, but big cats like lions and tigers, I could just stare at them all day. Amazingly, there's a family of wild monkeys that just sat in the tree here that don't belong to the zoo, they're just wild, they're part of nature here in Singapore. And they're actually sat in the lion exhibit, so I'm hoping they don't fall down because otherwise there'll be lunch. We were talking about the breeding program a bit earlier, but I forgot that there has been a lion cub born here named Simba as well, which is great. We're not sure whether we saw him or not today, we don't think it was him. Simba's still growing and he hasn't quite got a mane yet. The one that we saw we think was his dad, who's called Timber, with lots of hair on his head, so hopefully he's around somewhere. Maybe we'll be able to see him a little bit later.
We hopped back on the tram to go back to find their hippopotamus. Aspen's legs are getting tired. We've been doing a lot of walking, which is great because we've covered a lot of the park. The tram also gives notices as you go around about things you're going to find, but we're going to hop off at the next stop, I think.
The staff was so helpful. We had just pulled up at tram stop number 1 and just asked where we needed to go for the last 2 exhibits that we want to see today, and they were so kind to let us know where we were headed, which stop was closest, which stop was a little bit further, and to give us some options, which was great. So we've decided to hop off at tram stop number 1 and find our last 2 exhibits of the day.
I love that they have this seating area with some fans that you can just sit and watch the pygmy hippo. It was so cute. Another time we came, we've seen like the really cute baby hippo, which was adorable. And now you can just see the hippo swimming. Well, they don't swim, they kind of like dance on the bottom of the floor, but they're like moving around and the kids can like follow it around. It's really lovely. I enjoy the hippos with their cute little ears.
Talked a bit earlier about the exhibits and how they are not in cages. The animals aren't in cages. They're not. They don't have bars between us, and very rarely is there a bit of glass where you can have a better viewing point, I guess. But here it's completely open, and it is stunning. It's like We've got nothing between us. Obviously there is water, but it's beautiful flowing water, and just to be able to see the white tiger playing around in the water just now was really, really special. This is definitely one of my favourites, and I'm really, really glad that this is probably the way that we're going to be finishing our day today. That was so cool to be able to experience this and to finish off here, I think, for me.
Yeah, it's been great. No matter how many times we come back here, there's always something different to look at. The animals are doing something different. Sometimes there's updates to the enclosures. We had a chat with one of the keepers here today, which was really cool.
Justin?
Yeah, they're just happy to chat, ask questions. They'll try and answer them for you. Yeah, really friendly staff. It's been a lovely day.
I really, really hope that as you've watched this, you've noticed that this is a place you need to return to, or at least this is a place that you can't be negative about, somewhere that you have to be excited for, somewhere that I hope Singaporeans would be proud of.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're visiting here, I think you should put this on your to visit list. And if you've still got energy, there's a night safari right here as well. There's offers and things if you're only visiting here for a holiday, but I'll put all those details below so you can have a look at those things for yourself.
As always, please like, subscribe and comment, and we'll catch up with you guys next time.
Bye.
See you later.